Okay, we have seen until now that if we have certain types of, if we have located the fault, then what are the steps we have to follow? We need to after locating after locating the fault and identifying the faulty component, we have to arrange for the replacement part. Once we have when we have arranged the replacement components, then we have to do the component replacement. After component replacement, we have to make a performance check whether our equipment is working fine with the replacement that we have made or not. Okay, so that was the whole procedure. But there are some situations when we should not uh, we should decide not to go for repairing. We should just go for replacement. These include serious physical damage to the equipment, like for example, it has been broken, cannot be fixed, like the glass on the phone. it cannot be it cannot be repaired, it needs to be replaced. Okay, so we cannot just this type of damage cannot be repaired. Or the faulty design or manufacturing faults, these types of faults result in reoccurring problems. So these reoccurring problems cannot be solved because those are the result of the faulty design or the manufacturing faults. So in that case, we should not go for repairs. Those will keep on happening. So instead, we should just replace the faulty component if it is there, or if the device is faulty, there is a manufacturing fault in there, so we will have to bear that. And if the service information is not available, if service information is not available, you do not know how to repair the device. So instead of just taking it on your own and start to repair it, thinking that you have the technical expertise without the knowledge of the service information, you should not do that. You may be able to do it, but the chances are low. The chances are high that you will further damage or cause multiple other faults while trying to repairing it. Okay, when the devices or the components have been damaged by the fire or they have been water damage, so in such cases you should not try to repair it. You should the attempts to repair should not be made, because the better option is just to replace that. If a circuit board or a component has been water damaged or damaged by fire or smoke, we should just replace that. We should just replace the whole section of those components. The attempt of repair may not be very useful. Okay, the if that specific components have been attempted to repair multiple times, and still we are facing some problems and issues in that. Sometimes it happens that some repairing attempts are made, but after repairing we start to see or experience undefined or means unidentified problems which are not seen before. It means that the repairing attempt was unsuccessful. So if it has happened before, there have been multiple repair attempts, but none of these remain successful, and we are still seeing some failure issues in the device. So it would be better we do not attempt repair again, and we just replace it. We look for other options like replacing the equipment if it is under warranty, or sell that, buy a different one, just don't use that. Because repairing may not be successful next time also. And you should not attempt to repair if proper test and repair equipment is not available with you. If you do not have proper test equipment, means that you cannot make proper testing of the components. You cannot see which one means how much voltage is where and which component is working fine, which joint is okay and which wiring is fine. You cannot make that make those tests, and if you have those proper testing equipment, you have tested it fine, but you do not have proper repair equipment, you should not attempt a repair, because if you do so, instead of repairing, you may cause some more faults. You can cause further damages, because the components are sensitive, they are very small in size, and repair trying to open and fix them with hands without proper tools is may not lead to success, unfortunately. So we should try to contain ourselves to go for to attempt for repair whenever it is necessary and possible. Okay, and at the end there are some general guidelines for troubleshooting uh, electronic components. So first, check your test equipment regularly, which you will need to test the equipment and the components. You must keep that nice and tidy and in the working condition, and then never trust brand new components to be always good. While you are inserting replacing old ones with new ones, and you think that the new ones are fine, but they are not working fine, you don't try to look for other components which you think have gone bad, but the new components may also be faulty. So you should not trust that brand new components will always be fine, and never assume that there can be only one failure causing a certain problem. There can be other more than one failures which are causing a certain problem. So if you have found one, doesn't mean that that was the only one. There can be others also. So, and if several problems are occurring at the same time, it does not mean that one is causing the other. Okay, so it might be a coincidence that both of them have happened at the same time, but it is not necessarily that does not necessarily mean that one fault has caused the other fault. Okay, this is called as means they say that you must um, uh, uh, know the difference between causality and coincidence. Causality means that one thing is causing the other thing, and coincidence means that they're independent of each other, but there's a coincidence that they're happening together. uh, okay, and the last one, that this is a suggestion and guidelines, a very good one, that if you have been attempting to troubleshoot an equipment, the troubleshooting was very hard and you have been trying for so long that you are worn out, you must ask someone else for a fresh perspective. They can give you a fresh look, and you will be amazed at the results, and it really happens. So if such thing happens, try to find a person, an expert, of course the person who knows, have a little bit of knowledge of the equipment you are working on. Then you can find a solution to that. It happened with me and it really does work. You should consider the last one mostly. Okay, students, that was all for today, and I hope you learned a few things in this lecture. And please do not forget to rate the lecture. You must consider this last guideline if such thing happens with you, that you have been trying so hard for so long. Try to find someone who can give you a fresh perspective, and uh, you will really be amazed that you can find a solution with a fresh perspective. uh, yes, and it does work. It happened with me a couple of times. Okay, students, that was all for this lecture. Please